And now I would like to introduce today's speaker. This is the second time we've had a program with her, and she's a marvelous woman, so knowledgeable. Her name is Yoo-hee Shin, and she is from the Korean Spirit and Culture Promotion Project. So please welcome Yoon-hee.
Okay, thank you so much. Good evening, everybody. As she mentioned, it's the second time with the Chapaca Library. I'm so glad I can do this program again with you. And today, as she mentioned, I belong to Korean Spirit and Culture Promotion Project, KSPP, member of the KSPP. And then briefly, I'm going to introduce about our group. Our group is a private group and is non-profit organization, and all our members are volunteers. At the same time, we belong to Korean Buddhist group called the Diamond Sutra Recitation Group. In 2005, our master, he's a Buddhist leader in Korea, started this project to introduce Korean cultural heritage in appreciation of United States support of Korea during the Korean War and then years that followed. So far, we have published 8 different kind of books on Korea and in several different languages. And we have printed out about 780,000 copies. And we hand out these books all over the world because we are a worldwide organization. We have a member in New York. We covered all the states. And we have a member in Korea and Europe too. So before pandemic, we ran the 3 different programs. It's a first program we called the main program show the documentary film on Korea from our 5,000 years long history, and also Korean today about modern Korea. And the second program is a lantern program. We did it before about in March, we did the first program in virtually lantern program. The third one is a cooking demo, but today I'm going to do the step-by-step and virtual live class with you. So far we have done 1,800 times in the States, and as a worldwide organization, we have done about 13,000 times. Also, our organization hold a worldwide essay contest, a nationwide essay contest in the States. We just finished the 14th time, so we announced the winners, excuse me, a couple of weeks ago. And then we're going to do that this time in this fall time, actually expand also worldwide, a little different in the English spoken other country too. So that is quickly about our group. And then today we're going to talk about really taste of Korea. I'm going to put there, April, we're going to study cooking really. Okay, so first, everybody ready? I cannot see you, but I hope you are ready to do with me, make a job check today. Okay, first, because it takes time, let's put some water in your pot. Just blanch spinach. So you don't need not much water. Just I will put it just a little in the bottom. Because it's blanching spinach doesn't much need water. So I will put like 1/4 of the bottom. So we don't use a lot of spinach either. So everybody put your pot, some water, and then let's put the stove and then lighten up. So let them boil water, okay? Meanwhile, we need to do something else. So but until I'm gonna look at that until boil, and then we're gonna put there some pinch of the salt, and then we're gonna blanch it, but it's gonna just wait for that. And then meanwhile, we're going to do slice all the veggies. So I'm gonna take my meat, I put it in the refrigerator for that. So let's slice all the veggies what we have. We're gonna slice from the light color to dark ones. So everybody has onion, right? So let's start it. So I have onion. you just cut it half, and then you need to take it out this core so they're not stuck together. And then I'm gonna slice the thinly. It's about 2 millimeters, so it doesn't take much time to stir, fry. You need to cut all these veggies more or less the same thickness. So they're gonna have the same hour you're gonna take it, right? So put in the almost the same kind of thickness. We're gonna slice it. The first, you're gonna put it back because after I cut it everything, and then we're gonna start it stir fry also. Okay, so this is the one we did. So after that, we're gonna do bell pepper. So bell pepper, I asked you buy just 2 different colors. So we're not gonna use the whole thing, it's a lot. So I'm gonna show you how to just cut it. I'm gonna cut it in the top and bottom. And then take out this core. Remove the core. Okay, let me grab one thing. I'm gonna put all of my garbage here. And then just take it out this part too. It's not nice though. So probably this much is enough for the bread one. Same kind of concept, different color. Either you have yellow, or there's orange one, or green one, or red one. So I choose the red and then yellow ones. So a lot of seed here. So okay, this one I don't need it. I will probably need it this much. This is already more than I think what we need, but I like bell pepper because it's good nutrient for the vitamins also. So I'm gonna take it out our water for that, but not yet. So let's slice. Slice like the same thickness kind with the onions. I want to put it here, so maybe same order. We're gonna stir fry from the. This is gonna be same kind of order. We're gonna stir fry. So I'm gonna make it in line too. So let's do another one, another color, same thickness. Okay, you can put it together even though it's different color, doesn't matter. It's just we're gonna stir together. So after you're done, now it's a carrot. Okay, I'll just sure that is lid is okay. So carrots also, I'm gonna cut it more or less the same length, kind of. We have a bell pepper and the onion. Yeah, carrot is not easy, it's very hard. So everybody take time. I know that it's not like everything comes just first time. So Because at the end of class, we have to make one together. And the first one, I'm going to talk about our recipe, why we are cutting. Because there are so many recipes of japchae. If you Google it, there are tons of them. Also, our temple, we used to serve food, and we have also our own version of the recipe. Oh, it's boiling. Are you all guys, is it boiling? Mine is boiling. So I'm gonna just blanch my spinach. So you just put a little bit of pinch of the salt. Okay, and then it depends on what kind of spinach you have. I have a little bit steamed, but not the thicker one. Somebody could have just a leaf, small baby spinach. Baby spinach really need just a short time, just blanching. But this kind of 10 to 15 seconds. So if you have a thicker one, you know that it's a little longer. So I cannot see you guys what you have, but you got what I meant. So put spinach on the boiling water and then stir, just put in your tongue. Because the spinach, we eat also as a raw, so it doesn't matter really. So some people like a little, well, really cooked, or some people they don't. So it all depends on your taste. I think at the end, you have to make your own version of the recipe. I'm just showing you my recipe, but at the end, you gotta make all your version because everybody has a different taste of the. So I'm gonna strain out this one. Ooh, it's hot. It's very hot. So you gotta put the cold water first. Make from the blanching, stop blanching, stop cooking. So put in the hot, cold water. And then you need to squeeze out the moisture. Quickly just okay, so I'm squeezing out the extra moisture from my spinach. So if you have a long spinach, this is a good time, just cut it half, okay? Just cut it half. So I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna do marinate later. After I finish, we are doing the cutting, right? So I'm gonna slice still going on. I'm gonna do just something on the other ones. It's gonna be harder. So let's first, we finish it. And before we do, we need another water boiling for the noodle. So I think it's better put it now, but it takes time also. So this time you need to put the probably half of your pot water because we need more water for the noodles. Okay, so put water in your pot, same pot you used for the spinach. I'm pouring some water for my pot. Because at least you have to put some water. You can soak your noodles when it's cooking. You cannot put from the beginning all the noodles because you're gonna be then you need the whole pot. So I think it's half part of the water is enough. And then you will put on the stove in the high heat. The highest you have, just put it there. And then we're going to do continue slice our veggies. So I was doing carrot. So I think you're still doing carrot too, I believe. So let's finish. Slice first all the veggies. So you have, if it's thicker one, it's better, easier, but. Okay, I'm almost finishing slicing the carrot. And then I have a pyogo mushroom, shiitake mushroom. Same concept. I took it out all the stems. So if you didn't take it out all the stems, I already took it out. So if you took it out, you can do it the same time and then slice the same thickness. Okay, I'm slicing all the veggies. I'm doing now for the shiitake mushroom. All right, I'm finishing up slicing mushroom. After mushroom, we did a whole long way. And then I think we can actually seasoning now spinach. We have the beef, but beef, I'm gonna do that after I'm doing all this one, because let's do spinach first. Okay, so let's seasoning. So what you put is that, as you know that, but I have, I'm gonna tell you how much you're gonna put it here. I'm gonna do it a little bigger. So I like my things a little bigger place also. So let's put 1/4 teaspoon of soy sauce. I have a soy sauce here. 1/4 teaspoon is a little small really amount. Just I told you, because the Korean blend, this is a kind of a namul you can use also. So they use really tiny bit, the minimum of the seasoning also. And then sesame oil, 1/4. Same, this is, yes. Sesame oil. And then pinch of sesame seed. You put it together. And then I'm gonna use just my glove because I have to do many other things. Oh, but you can do bare hand, you can just wash it. Okay, so this is, when you do namul also, you gotta do mix well. Okay, so this is, oh, it smells good already. Sesame oil. When you put the sesame oil, everything smells good. Okay, so I seasoned this one. So we finished seasoning that. And then we need to marinate the mushroom before we stir fry. Okay, so same thing. I'm gonna put it here. The bigger one is better, the easier. So 1 teaspoon of soy sauce. 1 teaspoon of soy sauce. So you put it on your mushroom. And then 1 teaspoon of honey or sugar. Okay, so I'm gonna use just the sugar. Usually I don't use sugar, I use more the honey, but I'm gonna use just sugar for the class. But it's all your Up to you, your choice. You can use sugar, you can use honey. Sometimes you can use also agave lactic syrup also. And then half cup teaspoon of sesame oil. Sesame oil. Here we go again. It's going to be good too because the sesame oil. Okay, so, and then you just marinate it. So if we marinate it well, when we stir fry, it's very good and it's good for the also. Oh, I just squeezed too much probably. Okay, so here we go. I marinate also shiitake mushroom also. And then we need to really to marinate beef also. Okay, so I ask you like a 3.5 ounce of the sirloin. So we need to cut the strip. So I want to strip like a, also thin, so everything go like a same kind of thickness. Also, it's not marinated long, so it's a thin strip gonna be, it's better, or that they can take all the seasoning quickly also. It's gonna be more flavor. Okay, so. It's hard. Okay. I will go this way. Yes. Make a long strip and the thin slice. So I'll put it here. Okay, so everybody ready for the marinated beef? I cannot hear, but I'm going just, if I'm too fast, somebody can say that through chat. I will slow down. So let's marinate the beef. So we need 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. It's 1 tablespoon is a big one. 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. And 1 teaspoon of rice wine. I have here rice wine, but you can use any wine, just any wine. And a half a teaspoon of minced garlic. So if you like a garlic, you can put more, but just a half a teaspoon is enough for that because we have a small amount. And then a 1/4 teaspoon of ground pepper. So I don't use it usually, but I'm going to use it for the class. I usually use it whole when I'm cracking, but it's going to use it like that. And then 1 teaspoon of sesame oil. That's the one. I told you sesame oil has unsaturated fat. So for the meat, you use saturated fat, unsaturated fat for the saturated fat. So this is a good way to eat the beef. So 1 teaspoon of the and then you marinate it. Okay, so we are cooking and it's dinner time. I'm getting hungry too. All this smelling. Okay, so this is what we did. I'm gonna pile up here all the garbage is there. So don't look at my back. Okay, so let it still, water is almost starting. Okay, so we can wait there or, but still we don't have to wait. Let's go to stir fry. We can come up anytime. So put the fire on your pan. Okay. And then we're gonna stir fry from the light color of the veggies. So onion, and then bell pepper, and then carrot, and then mushroom and the beef because spinach is already ready because we already marinated, right? So, okay, so put a little bit of the oil on your pan, and then we wait for that. Let's wait for that until it's getting hot.
Yunhee, Joan,
Yeah?
I'm just telling you, I'm getting very hungry. The minute you started using the
I know, I'm
onion,
getting,
cut
can you
the
believe it? I'm
onion,
smelling all this soy sauce and all this sesame oil. I'm getting hungry. And then it's time for hungry also. It's dinner time,
it
right?
looks delicious. Thank you.
Yeah, so let's do it. Oh, okay. You know what? Let me a little, done little. I'm gonna do this one first. You see that? Mine is boiling. I'm not sure yours, but when you're boiling, this need really clock. Because you need 2 minutes and 6 minutes also. So I'm gonna put them my noodles. This is I already measured. This is the one. So it's 2 minutes. Start. Oh, please.
Yunhee, we have a question. How high should the heat be for the boiling of the noodles? How high should the heat be? The
Leave it
flame.
like that. 2 minutes, you don't change any heat. Just high.
It should be
Okay.
high?
Yeah, leave it high.
Okay.
Okay, and then when you go dumping all inside the noodle, and then you just close the lid. Leave it high because it's gonna be just 2 minutes boiling. Okay, so put it here. Sometimes you can put a little bit oil not to stick in the bottom. So leave it there for 2 minutes boiling. I'm gonna make, I put my clock on there, so I'm gonna look at that. So meanwhile, we're gonna do stir fry for the veggies.
How high should the heat be, the flame be on the frying pan?
Frying pan is medium heat,
Okay.
medium high heat for the frying pan. Okay, and then it's hot. You can put the onion first, and then put a small amount of the salt, just a pinch of the salt. Because I have a small burner here, so I put it in the high, but you can just, you know that you are the, whoever come here, I think they know some saute onion too, I think. So you put the not too high, but medium high heat. And then let that cook, because onion takes about 4 to 5 minutes. Okay, so meanwhile, I'm gonna make sure it's not stuck. Okay, not stuck. Okay, so leave it there. Okay, 1 minute past.
I'm sorry.
Okay,
If you have any
done.
questions, anyone,
So,
please
after
use the
2
chat
minutes,
function. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry, I had to interrupt. People were raising their hand. I wanted them to use the chat function.
all right, oh, hold on. You need to turn off noodle, okay? Turn off the noodle and then leave it there. Don't touch it for 6 minutes. I'm gonna start 6 minutes, okay? Turn off the heat from noodle, leave it there for 6 minutes, and then we're gonna drain after that. You know what? Let me open a little bit here. Okay, so if the onion started transparent, that means they are cooking, right? So if you like a little raw onion, you can take it out anytime. It's all up to you. You know that it started to change a little bit color. I think mine is done. So I'm going to put it back in the small bowl. And then same fry pan, put a little more oil again. We're going to do carrots. We're going to do a bell pepper. Sorry, bell pepper before carrots. So same thing. You got to put there a little bit of the pinch of salt. Bell pepper doesn't need much time because we eat a lot with the raw too. I think that's enough. I like my bell pepper. It's a little crunchy. Oops. Okay. This one is discard here. Okay, and then same pan. You can wipe out with your paper towel one time. You want to make it just clear. And the same here, you can go ahead and then put, so let's stir carrot. Okay, carrot also you put just a pinch of the salt. What happened? Is it there? Oh, here we go. Sorry, because my was, I didn't put the fire. Yes, it's gone. So I'm doing still stir my carrots. So the noodle is cooking itself. We just left it there. After 2 minutes, we turn off the heat and then let it cook 6 more minutes by itself. Just don't open the lid. Let it cook. Oh, here we go. I didn't cut it here. One. Let me see. It needs a little more time. Just a little more time. It takes time to cook the carrot. Okay, we almost for the noodles. Okay, carrot is done. Carrot is done. I put in my carrot into my bag again. And then we can start it also stir fry our mushroom. Just a tiny bit of oil. Excuse me. Okay. Oh, this is bad timing. Okay, so I'm gonna turn it off. And then you need to strain your noodle. Noodle is done. Okay, so take out all the water from the noodle. And then take it out all the moisture. Okay, moisture. I will leave a little bit here because I'm still doing the mushroom. So after mushroom, I'm gonna do, before we do other ones, I'm gonna do the noodle. We gotta do also seasoning noodles also. Okay, so mushroom looks good. Almost done. Okay, my mushroom is done. So before I go to stir fry for the beef, I'm going to do noodle first. So if you have another pan, please grab it. You need a bigger pan for the noodle. So we're going to seasoning our noodle. Okay, so take it out, excess water from, and this is a good time. If you have the scissor, cut it here. Because it's sometimes it depends on the what brand you bought it. Sometimes the noodle has half, it's better. So it's hard to later you do that. So cut it out. You put on the your frying pan. Put on your noodle. It's hot, so careful. It's very hot still. It just that's not much time, so it's hot. Here, you can put 4 tablespoons of soy sauce. 1, 2, 3, 4. Also, we're going to add cooking oil. This is the because if you don't want to really the oil, then you put it just 2.5, or you can put it 3. Okay, it depends on you.
Yoonhee, I think your voice keeps breaking up. Maybe
Oh, really?
could you lower
Okay.
your put your someplace else.
What? You cannot hear me?
We can hear you, but it breaks up, and I think it's because you keep hitting it with your arm. No?
Mine is okay. Okay, so we're going to looking at that. And then put some sesame oil, 1 tablespoon of sesame oil. 1 tablespoon of sesame oil, you put it, and then 2 teaspoons of sugar. So here, if you like a little sweeter, you can put a little more. So at the end, you gotta taste it, and you can adjust everything. Okay, so but now just stir together. So the noodle become a very good seasoning on that. How about now? The microphone is okay?
Yes, it's fine. It's all
okay.
It's fine.
Good. Thank you. Okay, so my noodle looks good. What about yours? Okay, so we did this one. Let me taste it. So if you want a little sweeter, you can put a little more. I think mine is okay. So I want to put, I want to put the later at the end when put it all together. So you just pour the big pot, pour your noodle, let it sitting there. Oops. Okay, so This is the one. I'm gonna bring back my small pan again. And then we have to finish stir fry for the beef. So let's go back. So I'm doing this one very, I don't want to spend the time for nothing. So, but when you home, you cook it, don't rush like me. Just one time you finish a noodle and then you can don't go back and forth. Just finish one and then do noodle also like that with the time. But for me today, I gotta finish this one in a certain time inside. So I really organized between something doing, continuously doing. So a little bit. Let me see. I think. So the pepper, stir fry. Okay. Okay. Actually, you don't need to put that oil, but I already put it. Sorry. You don't need to put the oil if you didn't put it. Just for the stir your beef. Oh, it smells really good now. Now I'm really getting hungry. So noodle has to. Meanwhile, I'm just make a little cooler noodle because it's too hot. It's harder to put it together later. So. Let me see, I think you don't want to overcook beef either, so. Okay, this is done almost also. So how's everybody? Are you ready for put it all together or you need more time? Let me see, I'm just taking out one chat. What did they say? Okay, that's she gave to, okay, nobody, okay. So that's good. So everybody is more or less looks like the same page with me. Okay, so
good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So I'm gonna put it one by one. I'm gonna put it in the noodle bowl, the big bowl. Let's put it onion, bell pepper. So this is almost a 5 color, right? You can see that? We missing just let me see, we have everything? Green color, yes, we have everything. We have everything. I'm putting everything here. Also, don't forget your spinach. This is all the 5 colors, yes. Go away. Okay. And then beef too. Yes. Excuse me. I made a noise. Okay, it's here. I'm here. Okay. As I mentioned, there are many different kinds of the recipe. And our temple has also, when we do our program, we have a different recipe. But I chose this one. I tried many different ways. Because this is different, for you guys, it's a different nation, different ethnic food. Because for me also, I try many different ethnic food. But if it's not simple, I mean, if it's too complicated, I don't want to go back doing it again. So today's class is all about, I give you Korean dishes and all the benefit of the Korean food. And then I want you make it by yourself too, for your family, your children or your friends, right? So if it's too complicated, I know I'm not going to do that again, to read everything like that. So I made it a little simpler, but still it tastes good. That's, I think, most important for the class like today. Okay, so
it looks delicious.
Yeah, I think
It
so.
looks so
These are-
good. I like the concept of the 5 colors.
Yeah, so we have all the colors also, 5 colors.
It's a,
Okay, so all
you know,
about
somebody said you eat with your eyes, and
yeah.
I think
You know what? I think at the end, because I'm the one cooking, and sometimes I mix with Korean food with a different ethnic food too. So at the end, you make your own version of the recipe. Okay, you don't have to follow all my ingredients either. Whatever your favorable vegetable, you can put it. Nobody say anything. So you have to try, make your own version, and then you enjoy. That's the whole the purpose of this kind of a class, I think, huh? Right?
right.
How's everybody? Everybody's ready also? I'm getting hungry too. So it will be very quick, and then I will let you go to it also. So I'm gonna show you my version of a bangja. This is a bangja, my bangja. I use bangja home. So because I'm not just showing you the benefit. I want to take the benefit. So we use our members, everybody use the bangja also. So this is the one we made it. So it's nicely on the bangja dish also. And then this one here is a typical Korean dish with bangja. This is a rice, cook, soup, and the side dishes, 5 side dishes, typical ones. So it's very good. It gives you really, when you eat on the dish, you feel different also. So last comment. So many enlightened masters lived and taught in Korea. And these enlightened masters educated people in many ways to respect the heavens and nature and to practice kindness and the compassion toward others. This is connected with our founding philosophy because Korea was founded 5,000 years ago, founded upon the principle of 홍익인간, which means to live and act benefit for all mankind. So this is very connected with our founding philosophy. So Korean people is a very compassion for the food, also for the nation, nature, for the kindness. If you go Korea, even though you're a foreigner, anywhere in the Korea, a little bit suburb, even though you don't know that, everybody give you food and then they let them sleep also. Still do that. So I see that some of the YouTube, the Westerner who travel in Korea, every single people, they same things. Korean people have that much kindness also, very kind of compassion for the others also. So I hope you really learned a little bit about Korean food because it's not enough for just one lesson, and then also you enjoy the japchae and then make your own version of japchae too also. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me this evening, and then let's have a dinner. What's up? Japchae. Okay, so we're gonna eat japchae too also. So I hope you enjoy. John,
Okay.
thank you so much.
Thank you. It's been so nice to meet you, and thank all of you. I'm sure you have dinner waiting, so I won't keep you. So thank you all for coming, and thank you, Yuhi. I'm sorry, I keep mispronouncing your
It's
name.
okay. It's okay. It's not easy to remember my name. I know that. I can use it for 30 years, so don't worry. No offense.
Thank you very much, and hope we see you again for some other program.
Yes,
All right.
hopefully. Okay.
Goodbye, everybody, and have a good night. And so
Okay,
many thank
bye-bye.
yous for coming in. Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.